as you can tell from the title of my video, I did it. I took the Makiage concealer quiz that pops up in ads before and in YouTube videos. I took it like last week and completely forgot. And then the concealer showed up yesterday and I was just like, oh what? I got something from Makiage. And then I remembered that I took this test. And let me tell you, they really nailed the shade. I've heard about Makiage obviously for a while. I think they came out with their brand for the first time last year or the year before that, maybe 2019. Definitely by 2020, Makiage was on the scene. So this is the first thing from them that I have ever tried. And I just wanted to do a first impression really quickly on my channel for you. I think it's like they say, oh, try our concealer for free, and if you like it, you can pay for it. If you don't, you can return it. Of course, it's not completely free. It's like $5 and some change, and then they hold like $30 in your account for like a few days until they release it. The shade that I got matched at, based on the quiz that I took, is 13.5. And so this is the Makiage concealer box. It is called Fuck I'm Flawless. So this is the packaging, very nice reflective silver, thick black lettering for the Makiage brand name. But what I really like is the concealer packaging itself. It has this cool little like bullet window here on the side so you can see the shade that you have. The rest of it is silver and reflective like the box. I like it. I like holding it. It feels nice. And so when I received this, I immediately pulled out my Juvia's Place concealer that I use every day. That is like my favorite concealer match. And I put it next to the Makiage concealer. And I mean, it is so freaking close. I did swatch it on my hands, and this is a little bit cooler toned, I believe, than Juvia's Place. I think this is a little warmer. So this is the Makiage Concealer 13.5. And this is my Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer in the shade 12. Yeah, you can already see. This one is a slightly yellow undertone, like a warm yellowish undertone, which I believe is what I picked. And the Juvia's Place in 12 is more of a orangey reddish undertone, which is also warm. I love the way both of them look, and I cannot wait to see what this looks like on my eyes. So let's try that out right now. So I'm gonna start under here, and you will also notice that this applicator is a lot thinner than the Juvia's Place Doe Foot applicator. This is more like the concealer, for me anyway. The last time I used a concealer, Doe Foot applicator this slender, was the Fenty Beauty concealer. So a little bit of an adjustment, but I kind of like the preciseness of this size of applicator. So I'm just gonna swatch it underneath my eye. And I don't have any foundation on right now either. My face is bare except for my brows and my eyeshadow. And I'm just gonna put a little bit up here, down my nose. This is much lighter than the Juvia's Place, which I did read about in the reviews of it, that it's very light. It doesn't, like Juvia's Place is, the concealer is creamy, and it's very emollient, like it just spreads everywhere. Whereas this is a lot lighter. I can feel it just putting it on my face. I'm gonna let it settle for a little bit and come back in a few minutes. Okay, so I've let the concealer sit just for a minute or two, and I'm gonna blend it out using my Dose of Color sponge rather than my brush the way that I normally do, just so that I can get the best sense of how this concealer blends out. Wow, this is super light. Huh. Yeah, I don't feel like the coverage is very high for the first application. Certainly not what I'm used to. Like, I'm used to things just being pretty much done by now as far as like my concealer. So I can definitely tell I'm going in with another layer. I'm surprised at that. I always felt like Il Makiage was this like very high coverage makeup brand. Like, I feel like the first thing that hit the market for them was their foundation, and I think one of the reasons why I was reluctant to try that is because it seemed like such a high coverage foundation, and I just assumed the same would go for the concealer, but not so much. I guess I could try dabbing it out with my brush for the second layer, because maybe it's my sponge that's taken away too much of it. Yeah, it's really light. Like, it's a little bit transparent for my taste. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my brush. Pat it out. Maybe that's why it is advertised as a multi-use concealer, because it feels more like a foundation consistency to me, you know, as far as like the coverage. Yes, so far Il Makiage, I am not feeling like I want to replace my Juvia's Place concealer with this. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. The shade match is almost like perfect. Like, it very much, it's almost like it's not really a highlighting concealer for me. It's very much like matches my skin very closely. I've never felt like putting on a third layer of concealer ever. Maybe I'm thrown off because I'm not wearing foundation. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? I'm not satisfied with this. I'm gonna dab on a little bit more, see what happens. Maybe it's not light enough. Maybe what I'm looking for is highlight, and it's not giving me that. Okay, this is definitely gonna be the last layer before I put on my foundation and finish off the rest of my face, and maybe I will see the difference then. But right now, let me just set under my eyes with Laura Mercier's Translucent Powder in Honey. So much want this concealer to be saved by the powder. I kind of just wanted to see it be amazing before setting it. But here we are. Okay, so I'm gonna go off camera, finish off the rest of my face, and then come back with my final thoughts about the Il Makiage Femme Flawless concealer in shade 13.5. Okay, so I'm back. The rest of my face is done, and under my eyes look fine. Like, they look fine. I really expected a little bit more. I don't know. I just felt like it was gonna be giving us more of like something on a par with what Shape Tape did for the girls in 2018, you know? Like, I remember watching YouTube videos around the time that I started, like maybe before I started my channel, and just being like, oh my God, Shape Tape just literally erases every imperfection under your eyes. And I thought that that was what Il Makiage was going to be giving. I'm really actually surprised that I had to put 3 layers of this concealer under my eye. You know, the match is very good, but I feel like a concealer should conceal a little bit more. So I'm gonna go on the website just to see what the claims are here, so that my expectations are not like irrational. Okay, Fuck I'm Flawless Concealer is a long wear, lightweight concealer that instantly covers under eye circles, blemishes, dark spots, and hyperpigmentation with an advanced vegan, cruelty-free, oil-free, and paraben-free formula available in 30 diverse shades for all skin tones. So I don't know about the long wear part. I'll probably be wearing it for the rest of the day. I'll be wearing it for the rest of the day. It says that it instantly covers under eye circles, blemishes, dark spots, and hyperpigmentation. I mean, I guess it definitely does have coverage, but it's definitely lightweight coverage. And I guess that I didn't really pay attention to that. And even if I did, I don't think that I would have thought that it was gonna take me 3 layers of concealer to get the concealer coverage that I like. Like, I was fine with putting on a second layer, but even after that second layer, I just felt like it wasn't giving me the coverage, the perfecting that I like, and that I get with my Juvia's Place concealer. I don't expect any concealer to really like completely diminish the lines under my eyes. I don't personally have a huge problem with them, but I just expected a lot more in the first layer than I got. And honestly, from a concealer that says, fuck, I'm flawless, I expect more coverage for a flawless claim. That's just me. So it is lightweight. It's much more lightweight than I expected, and less coverage than I like. So I think time is gonna have to tell for me on this one. I don't have a definitive ruling about how I feel about this concealer, except that I am underwhelmed by it. It's fine. I do like the match. I do like this shade 13.5, really works well for me. I think that it's more of a concealer for me than it is a lightening concealer. I think I would probably have to get something just a little bit brighter if I wanted to use Il Makiage concealer for a brightening effect. This is not really brightening. This is very, very much just like concealing. And that's basically it for my feelings about it. I won't say I'm disappointed. I would say that I was underwhelmed, and I expected like super coverage, even though it claims lightweight coverage. I feel like I have concealers that are lightweight that will cover in at least 1.5 layers, not 3. So that's it for my review of Il Makiage Fuck I'm Flawless concealer. This is the shade 13.5 for reference if you are close to my skin tone and you want to go ahead and try this concealer. I do recommend taking the test and doing the trial like I did. I think that is a really good deal. So who knows, in a month, maybe I will like this concealer more, but I'd be really surprised if I love it. And that is it for me. I hope that you enjoy this video, and I hope to see you in my next video soon. Bye.